and we're going to be looking at some useful keyboard shortcuts that Windows 7 has to offer. It'll help you be a little more agile on the computer. So let's get started with launching an application without using your mouse from the taskbar. For example, you can see here Google Chrome is in my number 2 spot. So if you hit Windows +2, the number 2, you'll bring up your application. So for example, you can launch any application that's pinned or active already. So if I wanted to launch Outlook, I would hit Windows +3 and it would bring up Outlook. Now that we have our window open, normally to reposition this you drag and drop your window. I find it a lot faster if you use your Windows key plus an arrow key on your keyboard. So Windows plus up is your maximize, Windows plus right is your right dock, Windows plus left is your left dock, Windows plus down is your floating window, and if you press it one more time, it'll minimize your window. If you want to lock your computer without going through your start menu, you can hit Windows plus L. I can't show you this in my screencast software, but trust me, it does work. If you want to go to your desktop very, very quickly without hitting this over here and mousing off, you just hit Windows plus D and you'll go to your desktop, do whatever you need to do, and then if you hit Windows plus D one more time, it'll bring back all your minimized windows. If you have more than one monitor, or if you're connected to a projector and you want to change your display settings very quickly, you can just hit Windows plus P and you can choose very quickly what you need to do. If you have trouble seeing anything on your screen, any application, just hit Windows plus the plus symbol and you'll open up your magnifier zoom tool, and you can, as you can see everything a lot more clearly and a lot larger. If you hit Windows plus minus, you'll bring it back to your normal size. If you want to open up My Computer from anywhere, you hit Windows plus E and it'll bring up the window. And since I'm in Explorer, I will show you some quick Windows Explorer tutorial shortcuts. If you hit Shift plus Ctrl plus N, you'll create a new folder. If you want to rename this folder after you've already named it, you hit F2 and you can rename it to whatever you want. I'll rename it to tutorial. Now let's say I want to select just tutorial and program files and nothing in between. You highlight the first file or folder. I'm going to highlight tutorial and I'm going to click Control plus click and I'll select program files and just tutorial. If I want to select everything in between, let's say, I'll highlight tutorial and hold Shift plus click and I'll select all of them. This is very useful for moving around files or deleting files selectively. If you want to permanently delete a file without going to the recycle bin and you know you're not going to want to restore it later on, you hit Shift plus delete and it'll ask you, are you sure you want to permanently delete this folder? So make sure you know you want to delete this folder permanently. If you want to switch between windows and see an overview of everything, you're not sure what's open, you can hit Windows plus Tab and you can see the graphical representation of what's going on your computer. Another option is Alt plus Tab and you can see a flat view of what's going on. I'll show you some quick browser shortcuts, and these should be similar on most browsers: Firefox, Chrome, Internet Explorer, Opera. Control plus T opens up a new tab. Control plus W closes tabs. And if you hit Control plus Tab, you can cycle through the tabs that you have. Also some quick Outlook shortcuts. If you want to reply to one person only, to this email, let's say, you hit Control plus R, and it'll bring it up. If you want to reply to everybody, reply to all, you hit Control Shift plus R. And if you want to quickly send an email without mousing over the send button, you just hit Control plus Enter. So I'm going to respond to this email because this person is asking me, so I'm responding, and I'll hit Control plus Enter. And that's it. It'll take some time getting used to using shortcuts, but once you're used to them, you'll find that you can't go back. Please leave a comment and let us know what you think. And